Hello everybody, welcome to the show. As you can see behind me here, we're getting ready to test out some Squarebills on this wood all over in here. So I'm about ready to put on the chest harness and I'm going to start casting that way with Squarebills. This is our continued trying to find the one Squarebill that just works real good, gets through the cover, gets bit for another one, and will replace the Dig It from Cabela's that you guys all know by now if you watch the channel. That's kind of my go-to, the Squarebill I like the best out of all of them. It's one of the cheaper ones you can get too. It was $3.99, they don't carry it anymore. So we're going to jump down here and I'm going to show you what I got laid out and what we're going to do. We're going to basically be using all the rods I have with me and trying out the different Squarebills. Maybe a one-part or two-part different video, but I'm going to test them out, how well they get through cover. Then we're going to buzz around here trying all different various ones out, see if we can actually catch some fish on them, right? So let's jump down here. And let's talk about what we're doing, what we're looking at here. I've got all my rods out from a medium heavy all the way to the super ultralight. So I'm hoping you guys can make out all these different baits. From the very lightest Squarebill you possibly, I think, can find. They make one a little bit smaller than a 16th, but that thing is like worthless. That one's a functioning about an 1/8 ounce and works pretty good. We're going to use it probably in a super ultralight. A quick note for you guys that are looking for baits for the ultralight or super ultralight BFS type gear, or real, small spinning gear. That Digger 3.5 from Berkley, and then just a little BPS one that's over in the crappie section. I like those two. They don't go real deep, but they have good action and they both do get bit. And those three baits right there together on a your ultralight and super ultralight work pretty good. This is another one, doesn't work too bad. Came from AliExpress, and that's also about the cheapest you can get. It's about $1 off AliExpress. This one's I think just over $1. You have to catch a fish on these. I got 2 of them. This one's already produced some bass, and these 2 as well. But as we come down the line, this comes to where you could throw a lot of this as you get down here to these Squarebills. You can throw these on regular bait casting gear. Probably a 1.5 or bigger can be thrown on bait casting gear. You may need some of the, more of the MGL, the SV spools, or, a little more shallow, or back your half or more of your deep spools with braid if you're going to use fluorocarbon or mono, or just use braid in the whole thing and use a little leader or straight braid. I've seen people do it also. But the bigger ones, this is the Mega Bass knockoff. We'll probably be throwing it on the medium rod, maybe the medium heavy, since I clear up some space for the medium. But then that's the smallest. It's a Scamp 1.5. It's actually, I think it's bigger than a Strike King 1.5, maybe not. We've even got a Berkley bait. I forget the name of that one. I've yet to catch anything on it. Don't really like it. We've got the that is a bait from Lucky Craft, and I'm not impressed with any of their overpriced stuff because I've yet to catch too many fish on their baits. The Rebel, very light, but man, this thing does work. I had a video out called like a 5-pounder on it. These are kind of our flat-sided ones. They may still be working. Water's still pretty cold. These are light enough. You can throw them on pretty much anything we have except for the super ultralight, but they are light enough, the small sizes, for ultralight gear. Same thing with this. We've got the 6th Sense. That's their little bitty one. I can't remember the name, sorry, off the top of my head. This is the Curve, I believe, and then I can't remember the name of the other one, but these are both from 6th Sense. This one you'd want to throw on more of a medium light. It's a little heavier bait. There's our original that we're trying to find something that works just as good. This little bait is awesome. Little Dig It from Cabela's. If you guys can come across any more of those at any given time. Got the little Academy one. Is actually smaller than the 1.0 or a Dig It. Not impressed with these yet. Haven't really done anything for me. I want to say these also sink. We'll check that also on most of these baits today. That's one that probably everybody's familiar with. This is a smaller version that most of you probably throw, but that is the 1.0 from Strike King, their Squarebill. Then this one that I'm least impressed with, this thing hung up a lot on me. I thought I'd really like this bait. That's the Berkley one, the Squarebill. And then we have Rapala's jump into the game. Is that called a Scamp? I can't remember the name of it. They make a bigger one now, but that's their little one. I've yet to catch a fish, I think, on it. Those two both didn't impress me. In the first test I did, they all seemed to hang up in the brush. And then, of course, the Bandit. It's not the Footloose. It's just a 100. This thing, haven't really thrown much. Bandit's been kind of around forever also. We got a lot of different baits. Oh, we got these two. This is the custom painted one. It's like it's about the same size as a 1.0, like a knockoff, custom painted. And then we do have the, this one also tells you on it. This is from the Guggen baits. I can't remember the name of this bait, but I think it says 1 to 4 foot on the bottom. So we've kind of got a little bit of everything from almost everybody that we're trying out. I'm going to put on the chest harness, start rigging them up on different baits. We'll do initial cast, see how well they hang up or not. And if they all start hanging up, I'm going to get very discouraged and we'll go right to fishing. But I'm going to try to get all of them through the brush. Oh, and lastly, I already put this one on. That's the RC Rick Clun little Squarebill. These I used to really like. I don't feel they're limited in how many colors, but really you don't need that many colors. Colors is kind of a personal preference to you, not so much the fish. You kind of need a... And if any of you guys follow Tactical Bass, and it's pretty simple in what they say and is pretty much true. You need that crazy bright color. You know, you need your white to imitate like shad if you're in ponds, lakes, streams, or whatever. You know, anywhere there's a white fish that they're feeding on, that white color, but you can get by with like just a faded color a lot of times. But you kind of need a crawl color. There's not that many variations. 3 to 4 different colors once you find a bait that you think that works, you know, and really just a crazy darker, crazy bright, and then more of a natural looking color. So if I had to sum it up, the colors I like, as you can see, are they're what I call my crazy color. There's a natural color, that's a crazy color. And then I don't have too many of like a translucent. I'll try to show you if there's any. I've got some in here. Like when the bite in clear water and the bite gets tough, I'll go to something like this. Or you could also go something like this. Or something like this. Kind of see-through. I have like all the Diggets and the colors they came in. But if you gave me one color to go around like in any water, it would be like this, almost like a baby bass color. And it doesn't have to be baby bass, but it'd be something with a, kind of like this, something with a little bit of a dark top, white sides, maybe all white, or a trace of chartreuse, yellow, orange on the belly, not too much, and the less with the clear the water is. I like this bone looking color. It's got a translucent purple, but I don't think I've caught a fish on this thing yet. I like that. That's my favorite color probably of all of them. This also is my favorite color, if you can tell, similar to that. It's kind of like the Toledo Gold. So anyway, enough about my favorite color. I'm going to put on the chest harness. We've got, it's just after noon, 56-degree water temps. We're setting in about 4.5. It's actually closer to 5 foot, and we're going to be casting all along around that. I'm not going to go crazy into it, but over here for sure. And then where did you go? Over in this little bit of brush, and just see what baits, you know, if they all start getting hung up, we're going to go real quick and just start trying to fish and catch some bass with these baits. But buckle up and hang on. About ready to do this. Okay, also real quick, you probably wonder why it's real windy. Before we do this, I just want to tell you real quick, a lot of people have asked me, and I've been in these crazy windy videos and it's real quiet. It's not quiet right now because I have this off, but this is the Ceremonic, and I think I picked it up on eBay. I think that's where you can get them. You may be able to get them other places. That's what I'd recommend. You plugs right in the side of the GoPro, and I'll try it here real quick. Hopefully it works right off the bat. But that little thing right there is like priceless when it comes to being out here in the wind and you can still hear me. Usually I'm talking loud enough, it's not that big an issue. But I just want to get that out there. That's what that is, the Ceremonic. It does come with that little dead rabbit ball. Let's go. All right, let's do this. Heck, it's been so long since I've had the GoPro on the chest harness. I can't remember exactly how to put it, but I think you guys should be able to see everything of what I'm doing. I'm going to start with this little guy. That's the Rick Clun one, RC. From Lucky Strike, not Lucky Craft. Now, I missed the wood there, I think. But there's wood that you can't see. Oh, we just bumped off the wood right there. There's a little chunk of wood. Here and there, it's submerged. I'll try to throw it over the ones that you guys can actually see. Well, there was a little bit of gunk. And we'll also try to test the ones that you can slap without messing up the... Because I'm tired of that. That's the only downside to those little suckers from... I'm going to try to get one right up in there. Watch this. Oh, see that? Now it should be on the other side of that. Once I start cranking, I might be able to feel it hit. I'm actually hoping to catch a fish out of here. There should be a fish in here somewhere. But I've always liked these. These got a good feel to them. There we go. Well, there's a crazy, that stuff is on this wood, so I'll probably have it cleaned off by the time I get done with this video. But I've always liked the action of these little square bills right here. And I don't want to spend too much time on any one. I just want to get them all kind of over. I think there's a little chunk of wood right there. Yeah, I don't know if you can make that out on the footage, but this, oh, I think there's a chunk of wood. I think there's a little piece of wood there we can't see. Let me cast there again. That almost felt like a bump. There's a little, yeah, there, I felt it again. There's some wood right there. I can feel this one bouncing over it. So, which I already knew about these. I've had these before. Does real well. I probably will start out using maybe this one. So let's jump right to, let's just go to this one, which I like the color, 6 cents. They make some good stuff. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them or not. Most of you guys probably are. If you're not, check them out. And by the way, I guess I should mention right off the bat, I'm not sponsored by anybody, nobody, no companies, no sugar mama, daddies, nothing. Just me. And see that? I just had thrown, you guys saw me throw that Rick Clun one right through that spot. Right? Came right through it. The 6 cents one just... All right, I'm back. I had to go retrieve the sucker, so I'm gonna try to just keep the boat like this for this initial testing. Let's try it again. Now, I can say that it doesn't go as deep as that. Looks like it's a little bit bigger of a bait. Oh, I could have swore I had a hit. Oh, that cast sucked. It is a little bit bigger, but I don't think it dives as deep. I can't feel it bouncing off that spot where the Rick Clun one did. Lucky strike. Come on. Let's try it again. It's probably gonna get hung. Well, I definitely can't feel it. Let's try it over this stick. Well, it went right over those. Maybe that first one. Sometimes it's just a fluke. You can't help it. You'll get in a spot where, you know, a Squarebill will get hung occasionally. So far, I can't get it to hang again. So we may have to give it the benefit of a doubt. But I also feel it's not diving as deep. I can't tell, the water's so dirty, I can't tell if it's just not running true, so it's kind of, that was me. Dang. Okay. That one was me. I threw it. That's one thing, if you cast like right on sticks sometimes, you got issues. There's showing a few sticks right out here by us, so let me cast it over here for sure. And I felt it bump off a few there. But it's running, I don't think it's running true. I think it's running sideways. I'm gonna switch out. I may have to check the trueness on that, but so far not a fan of that one. I thought I remember both them doing good. I remember this guy went right through the wood, no problem, in the first video, so I'll jump right to him. Should be able to throw it on this rod. And I'm not zinging them out there anyway, so the Kind Conquerors have been a little iffy on how well they handle the weight, but I'm just kind of lobbing them out. Definitely over that wood. I felt it bump off of it. It's probably gonna have gunk on it. Yeah, gunked up. Throw it over that one. Coming back right at me. There's about 2 or 3 they got to go over. Went right over that one. Felt it over that one. I think it clipped that one. So this one does go as deep or deeper than the Rick Clun, because I can feel it. I definitely like this one. I like the way this thing feels. I just gotta, I guess, use it until I get bit. Right over that. So yeah, this one is just like the initial test. No issues. You can feel it like unmistakably bouncing off, you know, structure and cover without getting hung up. So it's one of those I definitely wouldn't be afraid to throw in cover. We got to find out if we can actually get a fish to bite it or not, is another story. So I guess I'm going to start putting them on the yes and the no's. So far we got this one and this one for sure yes. They go right through. This one I'm still up in the air on. Toss him over there. Let's jump to this guy right here. This one I was not impressed with. See if he can impress me. He's not going to impress me there. He's going to stick. Nope. It wasn't pretty, but he bounced right over that wood. Let's try it over here. That wind's gonna suck. Trying to keep this boat position where you guys can see. I felt it bounce off something. Some of that stuff you guys won't be able to see. You'll just have to hear me when I say I felt it, and trust me that it was bouncing off wood or structure, whatever you want to call it, which is wood. A limb, branch, whatever. Now if you remember right, the two so far, I can feel them. There's stuff out there you can't see that they're hitting. This one and the other one don't run deep enough to even hit that. I can't feel them hitting it. So I gotta definitely throw them over the stuff that I can see. That's a lot shallower. Yeah. Okay, I suck at casting. What are you gonna do? Let's try this casting in right there. Oh boy, what was that? Could have swore I just saw a huge snake over on the bank. Glad I'm not over on the bank. Well, so far, let's throw way up in that thickness. I think I got grass. Get it close right there. Bounced right over it, no problem. So, yeah, okay, it may have just been me that day. So far, this thing's... Now, it's only hitting a few. It's not getting as deep as the other two, but I haven't managed to get it to hang up on anything. Bounces right through it. So I may have to give this one a go out here today, too. Alright, it's good enough. It convinced me it's good to keep trying it. Seemed to get right through there. And let's try the one that I really was disappointed in. Maybe I was having an off day. These here, on the place I was throwing them at. If you guys haven't seen that video, you can go back and check it out. It was at the test pond. I remember this one bigger than any of them was big. It was really struggling. I hung up like every time and tried it several times. This wind is something else. I'm just gonna turn around. Cast one. Whoa. Now I totally missed the target. I may have to turn this into its own video. I don't know. Okay. I felt it that time. But I actually, it almost hung too much. Oh, felt it there, so. It definitely, uh-oh, that's gonna suck. Definitely goes deep compared to the others. It feels like it digs down, which may be a good thing once you get out here and start fishing them. Let's cast it over this one. Went right over it. Of course, it was in gunk. So yeah, I can definitely tell it's going to be. And you guys can look on the packages and how deep they say they run. But this one feels like it runs. I can feel it nicking on all kinds of stuff. Maybe even a little more than I did with the RC one and the 6 cent. So I may go ahead and throw this a little bit. I can't get it to hang up in here too, so we're gonna give it a thumbs up. Seem to get right through that stuff. Let's go with this guy. I've yet to catch a fish on a Guggen bait, soft plastic or hard bait. I don't have a lot. I got the bandito bug, I got this thing. I think I got something else. But yet I watched people catch stuff on YouTube. I've even watched Bonsai Guy out of this boat catch a crappie. Uh-oh. That was a bad cast by me. Now he had the, what the heck do they call that? It's a little bit bigger and flatter. I can't remember the name of it. Same color. He had this exact color. Caught a crappie right in front of my face. Might be, looks like it might be running a little sideways. I couldn't tell. Yeah, see that? Is it hunting or is it just running sideways? Because hunting's good. Just running out one way because you're out of tune sucks. think it's out of tune. It always comes in running that way, which I don't like. I mean, I can tune them, but I'm not going to do it right now. I don't know if I should have to. This bait hasn't even caught a fish yet. Unless I knocked it out of tune by hanging it up, but it shouldn't. A good bait you won't really knock out of tune. They come tune, they just run tune. Yeah, that thing's out of tune. Sorry, I'm gonna have to give you a negative for now. I ain't messing with you. I know what you guys are thinking. Just try the old one that almost everybody and their brother run. Strike King. Might as well throw it on. Now that color, that's the only one I have, and that color probably wouldn't work in this water, but I don't know. I guess I could give her a shot today. Now, no, I'm not trying to actually catch fish. If I was, I wouldn't be this close or on that high on the trolling motor. I'm just trying to make sure I'm wasting any time getting where I need to go. It ran right up and over that and got gunked up in the process, but that's not its fault. Let's try it over there. Yep. Definitely does what it's supposed to. Throw it over wood and it'll come through it. Now it doesn't go as deep either. I don't think. Clearing out a hole. Fish are gonna come home and be like, what happened to all the grass? Somebody done went and cut the grass. One more. Trying to hold it down. I felt it bounce off that one. Got it. Boy, it's a grass getting machine. Let's try that one more time. Nope, it works good. Let's give the Bandit a go. I got a lot of stuff to put up when I'm done. Felt that. These others now, they keep getting engrassed, and I don't know what it was about the RC and the 6th Sense. They just came through there and I could feel them hitting something else, but they didn't bring grass with them. I don't know what that's all about. Nope. Nope. Bandit. Crash Bandit. Another brush. That thing just struggles right there. I don't like this bait. I can just tell you, like it's like it needs the, I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, are you guys getting this? I'm throwing it pretty much like the others, and there's just certain brush it hangs up in. I don't really like this bait. It doesn't feel bad once it takes off, but it seems like it struggles. I felt it bounce off something right there. Nope, and look, we're hung again. So, I mean, it gets deep, I guess, but it shouldn't be hanging up. I can't really see what popped off, but I don't like that. I want my baits to get on through, break on through to the other side. So, sorry. And that's, if I remember right, this one kind of struggled in the first video, so you're out too. What are we getting down to? This one actually I don't even need to test. I've already tested it. It does work. This one I've already tested. It works. This one works. I've already tested it. Let's test the Little Academy. I don't think I've thrown it a lot. I honestly can't remember what it did in the first one. I want to say it hung up and I didn't like it. Bear with me, we're getting through. I don't think anybody's tested this many Squarebills as far as for hanging up or not. I felt it bounce off that stuff. Try to throw it right where that. Whoa, that. Now that would be a test if it manages that. Well, it came through it. That was a very shallow piece of something right there, and it did slide right through it. Yeah, see when it, I don't know, it's hard to explain. But I don't like that. I like to be able to throw in any of that cover, and as long as that bait hits the water first, and when I start cranking, I want it to bounce off stuff. I don't want it to stick. I mean, is that wrong to want? And look how deep that piece of wood is that it's stuck in. It's, you know, 8 inches. Whoa. Yeah, it's not as deep as it was. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Why I test these? Why I know that I probably will not continue to keep throwing those others? I mean, if I want open water baits, I'll look for something else other than a Squarebill. My Squarebill box, I want with baits that do not catch. I don't like it. It may be all right. I probably won't throw it away, but I probably won't throw it much. What else? Nah, this is small enough to throw. I think I've barely... I think I picked this one up since the first video. I don't think I've thrown it yet much. Well, definitely got down. Dug down and got some grass. Spun back around. I felt it bounce off everything right there. I got that wood all stirred up. I felt it bounce there, bounced off that. So, yeah, I kind of like this. This is another Berkeley Fritz side, I think it's called. Oh, I got something. Come on, Fritz. Get in there and show us what you can do. Worked up and off that. There, actually, I like this one. I don't know how well it will work in here, but I kind of like that one. Doesn't feel bad. Are we about done with this? All right, I'm putting this rod up for right this second. I'm gonna grab this one just because the other baits I'm gonna try are a little bit stouter and I don't want to take a chance on breaking the Conqueror. So let's throw the big ones and then we'll be done. And I'm gonna jump right to the big Mac Daddy Megabass knockoff. I believe these are, I want to say they're 1/2 ounce. They are not small to me. And let's just see what this thing will do. Well, I didn't feel it hitting anything. No, it's not the rod. The rod's sensitive. Perfect. Felt that. Felt that. I do like these. Okay, so these are just like I remember. They're actually better if you tie them on direct, and they do have like a kind of a hunting action. But I'll be trying this one today. Maybe my go-to little one isn't a little one at all. Maybe it's a big one. This one I wanted to like. It's awesome. It tells you how deep right on the bill, tells you what it is on top. Gene Jensen, Fluke Master, talks about him. He's sponsored by him, of course, but I just like how it does kind of have a bigger profile, but it's not really that heavy. It's feels pretty good. Problem is, I think I fished a little bit and I've yet to catch anything off of it. Well, let's try it over here. That wind. I like that color. I would think it would work, but oh, that may suck. Nope. I thought that was going to be hung up, so it clearly does what it's supposed to do. I can feel it bouncing off. I saw that. It went right up and over and around. Well, I didn't get a good enough cast there. Thought I was too close. Didn't throw it hard enough. Alright, let's try that again. Right there. Felt that, and I got something on it. One of these days I hope I get something on it with a fish. I do like the way this thing feels. Actually, I like this rod for everything. This is probably my most versatile rod I have now. I just picked it up, wasn't even looking for it, just came upon it. Picked it up for 70 bucks, and it just feels awesome. It's a little tip heavy. Got that crazy solid tip. Looks like it's been jointed together, but as far as sensitivity, you'd be amazed. Well, I like it. Let's go to something else. I like it, but we got to get some fish caught on these baits now. We're almost done with the testing part. This bait I picked up, I think, before I even decided to do a Squarebill test. And I'm a fan of Booyah stuff, a lot of it. I mean, you've seen me this last year with the hard knocker I didn't even know about. I've always, you know, had some of their cheddar baits or Squarebill, or not square, or spinner baits. You know, can I get a Booyah? That kind of thing. But I have to admit, how did I do that? I don't even know how I did this. That I'm not really a fan on Booyah's hard baits, other than a hard knocker. I actually didn't even have any of their. Oh, that's going to be a sucky one. That went right over it. This rod, what is vibrating? You guys hear that? All right, let's get this video wrapped up. We got 2 more baits. Right there, perfect spot. Get it started. Bounced off that. Well, that sucker definitely shakes. It's shaking something on this rod, which must be this something. Got a rattle to it. Got a rod knocking. Get one way. Oh, that may be too far. No. Past the point of no return. Well, it goes right through that stuff too. It doesn't go very deep. It wouldn't. I don't think it goes as deep as you'd think it would. I can't really feel it bouncing off anything except that first one that's sticking up, but it bounces right off it. That bounced off something right there. Or a little bit slower. Okay, I like the action. I just guess I need to fish it more and get one of these to actually start catching fish. One last one and we're going hunting. We're going hunting for bass. Like I mentioned, if this video, you never know, this could be the end of the video or just halfway. Just depends. This bait I picked up also because I like that color. That color had me hooked as soon as I saw it. Looks kind of like a bluegill, a bass. I mean, it's just got that look of, it could be anything out there. Perch type colors, bass type pattern, right? Should catch fish, and it just catches tree branches. That, what do I think about Lucky Craft? I think personally it may be just overpriced. I know somebody's gonna be like, oh, that's all I ever use. Okay, that's good for you. I'm just telling you my observations, and compared to how much they cost, and you just seen it, you just got stuck. Now it looks like it may run a little deeper than some, but we're gonna try to put it through its paces, see what it can do. Let's try to cheat one. Oh, I got gunk. I caught a fish. Huh, just talking about how, do you see that? Maybe you got to get in there and get them stirred up before a Lucky Craft will kick in. That was awesome. I'm just dogging this bait, and it's the only one that caught a fish today so far. Well, you just got yourself another shot, buddy. Mwah. You look at this scrawny dude. He's like, oh, I'm hungry. You can't have been there the whole time. I've been in and out of that spot. How many times you guys saw it? That was definitely a jumper. That's crazy. Them little bass like have no fear. He probably just came in there. He was out, you know, doing whatever. Social distancing. Decided to come home and wondered who cut the grass. Let's see if I can make myself like this bait for going through the cover. Let's see if it gets through there. Definitely catches fish. Caught that sucker, but he was like, he had like, I don't know, he had issues. It ain't every day you can go in and out of a spot 20 times. And catch a bass. That was insane. That was insane. If I catch another one with this bait, I ain't putting it down. We're just gonna start fishing around with this bait. Well, I guess it'll get itself another spot because I can't really feel it hitting anything. All right, it bounced off there. All right, it just had that one. I guess it's a fluke. Got hung up. Oh, I felt that. It bounced right off something. No problem. Bounced off something right there too. All right, guys. Hope you liked that video. We kind of got an idea of how they go through stuff, and we realized that I may be a moron, and Lucky Craft will catch some fish, right? You guys seen it yourself. So in case that other video, this is the end of it, going into part 2. I'm putting an outro together. So get out of here, go bass bonsai for yourself, and thank you for watching. I need to get closer to that bank. There we go. Got that one. Got that one. Just think, I was about ready to give up on the Lucky Craft. Bringing them up. Not that big. But boy, ain't they beautiful. I don't even know what that color is called. You guys comment if you know. I don't remember.